Should we stick to English? Or can I switch it? Yeah, English? All right, nice. Huh? No, no, no. They actually like they supposed to be on because my name is Jakob. I live here in Berlin. I work as a photographer. And for today's little speech, actually, I didn't prepare anything because my nature is being quite lazy, I guess. But what I did bring is some prints. And I think, especially like in this time where everything is on the phone and we look on screens all fucking day long, I think it's really nice to actually like to have something in your hand and just like to see it. And this is why while I'm speaking, I'm just giving out some prints and you can look at them. Because like I also think that this is actually always the best way to get to know someone, right? So I don't know how we are supposed to do this. Should we just like start here and then you give them like I don't know, yeah. So I was born and raised in a little small village in Bavaria called Rennertshofen. That's in it's like an hour east of Munich, and had a really nice childhood there. So I grew up in lederhosen, and like you really do in Bavaria, right? And then I studied and I had the Ausbildung and I did everything that I think, yeah, like you're supposed to do, right? And I think I took my first photo when I was 12. And I can remember this exactly because we went to a vacation spot with some friends of my family. And they had like a camera, and this was like the first time that I had a camera in my hand. And I remember exactly like just like playing for a couple of days with this camera without seeing the photos because it was also like a analog camera. And but that was the first memory I had, like really taking photos and concentrating on what I want to take a photo of. And what I did, I was like always drawn to people. Like I'm really interested in what are people doing, where are people from, what drives them, what motivates them, right? And then at one point I moved from Bavaria to Hamburg and I started to study there and I studied Sozialökonomie. And then when I did my bachelor, I realized that this is actually like the least thing that I want to do in my future, right? So I was like, okay, fuck this and concentrate more on taking photos. So I started to work as a photographer, and I think it just like somehow it just like happened, you know. It was just like this urge, this drive that I still have, just like to document life somehow and spend time with people and talk to them and get to know them and just like really try to figure out what this thing called life is. And I think to figure this out, like I think you just have to spend time with different people, no? Right? And it's just fun, it's just like I think working as a photographer to me is just like the best time that I can imagine spending my time with. It's just like hanging out with people, talking to them and taking the photos, right? And I work I do like a little bit of everything, which like could be a smart move or could be dumb. I don't know yet. We will see how it will turn out in the future. But I work on commercial sets. I work for the past 2 years. I started to work on movie sets, which is amazing. That's like incredible fun. And I work a lot with singer and songwriters, musicians, and actors and actresses. This is what I do. I have a photo studio here at Tempelhofer Feld, where I sometimes spend a lot of time, and sometimes I just don't because I'm on the road or I don't feel it. And as you can see, um, my heart is really like pounding for black and white somehow. I have like difficulties with colors, because like colors also represents emotions, right? So if you have like a sunset and you have the color orange, right? It triggers something in you. But I think like black and white all the emotions that you get is from the photo itself and not from the colors. So this is why I think in my personal work I'm really like to concentrate and to focus on black and white in like black and white. Um, yes. Alrighty, it's going good, huh? um, yeah. So beside my commercial work, which I think I'm not going to show it because it's just like we all see commercial work like every single day, and I think that's not like why we are here in the first place. But I really want to talk or like present you like a project what I did with an Berlin-based an NGO called Living Gaia. The NGO Living Gaia, they support an indigenous tribe in the Amazon, the rainforest. And I think it was like January in 2023. I was like at a birthday party, and next to me sat this young lady, and she worked there. And she told me that she told me about the NGO and about their work, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that's like an indigenous tribe in the middle of the Amazon. So I asked her like if they need a photographer, and she said yes. So a month later, I sat in the plane and I flew to Jordão, which is in the in the north of Brazil. And I also made a little book, which I would like to show you guys. But just that you know where Joadao is, it's right here. It's where this little cross is, right? And to me, as a photographer, I think nothing is more interesting than like go places, and by going to different places, really get an understanding about like where we coming from, like what it's like, what is our purpose of being here. And that was fun. I think that was like the most interesting time that I ever spent, and I spent 3.5 weeks there, like no running water, no electricity. And yeah, the work that resulted there was shown in a couple of galleries. I made this little book. All the money that I made of it goes all to the NGO. Um, and this is something that I think that every artist or every photographer or actually like every person should do when they have the time and the money for it, to really to go out of their comfort zone and really try to learn something about themselves and about the world that we live in, right? And this is the book, but I can show you some photos here. um so it's really of course it's black and white. And I started to realize when I was shooting this project that like time to me is really an important um, thing in my work and in my life as well. So as you can see, what I really do like is to work with the factor time. So in photography, what you do is like you, with light and shadow and time, you paint a picture, right? So you can make in camera these adjustments, right? That like things are slightly out of focus to really to enhance this topic of time, which I really do enjoy. So we have this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's not even in there. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see here. So you see this little boy here, and he's not 100% sharp and clean. But this is, to me, it's not actually about the portrait of this young boy. It's more about like where's he coming from and where will he go? Just like this moment in between is like the story that I'm trying to tell is like a story of mystery and about like yeah, like where do they come from? Where will they go? What will happen with the tribe in in the future, right? Especially regarding with the problems that they are facing, right? So this is something I really like to wrap my mind about around and to show in my work as well. So this is a project I did, and I will fly there again next year, I think in March, to continue working on it and just to see like what happens in this, like in this 2 or 3 years in between, you know, how they developed, like did anything change, if so, what did. And this is something I think I'm interested in. Another project that I would like to show you is I'm working on a project called About to Die. It's about like bullfighting in Spain, which is just like, to me, it's just like one of the craziest things that are actually like still happening, because like the pure fact that there's like an animal fighting against a human being, just like it blows my mind. You know, it's just like it's so random somehow. And huh? I, yeah, still, yeah, true. And to see that like a tradition like this still exists in like 2025, it's still, yeah, it's crazy. And I was like so interested by it that I was like, yeah, I think I have to see it myself to really to make up to make up my own mind, right? And these are the photos from this series here. Um, this is actually the torero. This guy here, which I'm like photographing for like the third year now. His name is Chechu, and he works and lives on his own farm, and he actually raises the bulls that he will fight against in the near future. Which somehow, like every time I leave the spot, I have more questions in my head when I arrive there. You know, so it's just like, because like actually he's so, in German you say he's tierlieb, you know, like he really cares about his animals. And you know, like he works for them, he gets up like every fucking morning at like 5, and you know, he feeds them. They're like everywhere. And then like a week later, right, he just like he fights them. And to me, like this Widerspruch, you know, it's just like it's like, yeah, it's just crazy, right? So yes, this is like another project that I'm working on. And and I'm actually, like, I started to ask myself why I'm like, why did I choose this medium of photography, right? And this is like a question where I not yet really put my mind around. So I really try to figure out like why why I am even doing what I am doing, right? And I think it's just like this feeling of somehow preserving, yeah, is it, yeah, preserving my own life, you know. When my grandfather died a couple of years ago, I got he shot like from 1955 until 2001, he shot like 12,000 deers, right? And when he passed away, I took all of the deers and I went through them. And then I was like, so it was like just incredible to see like how he documented his own life. And that like is something to me where I was like, yeah, I think I really want to do this too, you know, to really like leave a mark, not just for other people, but to really have something in my hands when I'm like old, that I can sit at the chimney, smoke like a cigarette, you know, and just like to relive everything that I have done and that I have seen. And I think that's something that I'm really like striving for. Yes, yeah, yeah. And you know, like I think most of us are doing it now because like we all have phones with cameras and it's just like nice, you know. But yeah, I think that's just like awesome, and I think this is it. And if you want to, I show you some more work in color. It's just like a little like a video clip. Um, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is like I will show you know some. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yeah, 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 yeah. So this is like a movie I shot, and the movie will come to the cinema, I think, in November, like this year, called Make Me Feel. It was like an indie production movie, but we were shooting for 60 days over like a span of 2.5 years, and yeah, this is just like to me like working on movie sets is really nice as well because like you're just there as a beobachter. So, like you have to be quiet and, you just have to, you actually just there to observe. And you do this like with BTS shots, but you can also tell like the entire movie with your own eyes, basically, right? And this is just like a really short clip with just like random photos. Okay, well, it's actually like a little bit fast, but I think you get the idea of it. Oh yeah, and these are in there as well. Okay. It's
For a while, for the, this is all coming from one movie, and I was like, what?
yes, yes.
God.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Woo!
That was it.